Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with another foundation review, and I'm going to review the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Wear Foundation. I know I've said I've got foundation fatigue, which I do a little bit, and you guys probably do with all these foundation launches. But in a lot of my videos that I did, my foundation reviews that I've done, I've always gotten at least one or two comments about this foundation. Are you going to review this foundation? I think you're going to love it. So I decided, why not? I'm going to get this foundation because I'm a complexion junkie. I love trying new foundations, but I didn't want to bombard you guys with too many foundation videos. So I put a poll up and the majority of you said you wanted to see it. So I decided to go ahead and try this foundation. Now, this is what the packaging looks like. I like the box. I like this little splash right here, and it comes in a tube. It has the standard 30 mils. Looks a little small, but it does have the standard 30 mils. So before I get into details about my shade and stuff like that, I'm just gonna do a little give you some specs on the foundation. I did not look at any reviews because when I look at reviews, sometimes I can get a little influenced. Okay, so this foundation retails for $36. It comes in 40 different shades, which is a very good shade range. So it's a weightless 24-hour full coverage foundation. I don't know who wears a foundation for 24 hours with oil and shine control. Oil and shine control that is also waterproof, sweat resistant, and won't look cakey or cause blemishes. Okay, coverage is full, it's matte, it's for normal, dry, combination, and oily skin. Most of the foundations that I've reviewed, they all have the same claims as far as what type of skin it's for. It also goes on to say, a little goes a long way, which is very nice of them to say. So I guess you wouldn't put too much and get that cakey look. A little goes a long way. With this foundation, they said apply photo finish primer. Start with a drop of foundation, then blend well. I guess it dries down quickly, so they probably don't want you to dot it all over your face. So start with a little bit, blend it out well. And it reveals the true color and it sets quickly. Okay, yes, it sets quickly and you build as needed. The result is incredible coverage that feels remarkably lightweight. These are some claims on this foundation, but I'm glad they mentioned about it drying down quickly. I appreciate that because not a lot of companies do that. Okay. So I got the shade 4.25, which is deep skin with a warm undertone. And thanks to you guys in the past, I would have skipped over on warm undertone because I would have assumed it was a red undertone because I thought everything like MAC warm means red. I was going on that. So this has a yellow undertone because it's warm. And now that I think about it, it makes so much more sense. Warm, golden, yellow undertone. I personally went into Sephora and I picked this up so I was able to swatch it. And I was I started from 4.1 or something like that, but I settled on 4.25. It had the right amount of yellow and a golden undertone that I like. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to use my e.l.f. Beauty Sponge as usual. I love this sponge so much. And I primed I used the Smashbox primer, but I used their Radiance primer. I didn't put a whole lot on. If you're new here, I'm NC50 in MAC. For reference, I'm going to list all my other foundation shades in the description box. And I have dry skin, but now in the summer I've been getting a little oily on my nose and a little bit here, but overall I have dry skin. So I put a little bit of their Radiance primer. And let's get started and see how this foundation works. And I'm not going to put a lot because I just have a feeling maybe it's like really full. So I put like a little drop here, and as you can see, it has a beautiful golden undertone that I really, really like. So let's see how this blends. I love trying new foundations. I get so excited. It feels a little bit like that Cover FX, that natural finish foundation. But no, well, initially, but as you blend it out, it's not as thick. Okay, the color match is nice. Feels very nice on the skin. It doesn't look matte like that matte look. Maybe this is like a satin matte or soft matte. And I think they said this is supposed to give you like an airbrush, like soft focused look. So far I like the coverage, I like the color. Oh wow. This is really nice. It has like a, well, maybe I'm bringing to a radiance primer, but it has somewhat of a glow. I don't know, but they said it's a matte foundation. All right, so let me just put the rest on the rest of my face. But so far, I like what I'm seeing so far. All right, so this is the foundation blended out over my entire face. And it doesn't feel or look matte. I know I'm wearing the Radiance Primer, but like I said, I put a little bit on. And that one little squeeze that I took out, it covered my entire face. And even the little darkness I have here is covered. I don't think I need any more. That claim about it feeling completely lightweight on my skin, it really does feel like there's nothing on my skin. Why do you guys get me in trouble? I like this foundation a lot already. Like, how many foundations am I gonna have and like? This looks really, really pretty on the skin. I think this foundation launched the same time as the Pat McGrath foundation. Maybe that's why it flew under the radar, because I'm looking at my skin. No concealer on, didn't do the rest of my face, and this is really, really pretty. Okay, guys, you know the drill. It's really nice. I think I'm in trouble. It's really nice. Okay, the drill, I usually go finish the rest of my makeup off camera because I will be here forever if I sit down and do the rest of my makeup. I like to do a time check-in. It's, what time is it now? It's exactly 10 a.m. So I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup and I'm going to be back with more thoughts on this foundation. All right, so I am back with the rest of my makeup on. You guys know why I'm laughing, right? It's good. It's spectacular. It's incredible. I mean, I think Smashbox has complexion products, right? I think they have a foundation in the bottle. I've never gotten a complexion product from them. So it's not like their first go around. But this foundation right here, I mean, people kept asking me to try it and mentioning it, but yeah, I am a little surprised. I was not expecting this foundation to look the way it looks. And I was saying that it didn't appear that matte to me after it, you know, I left off camera and I started to do my makeup. I can see that it is matte, yes, but it's not that dry, tight feeling matte. It's so light. That's the part I love about it. And so breathable. I feel like there's nothing on my face. I use the usual suspects to complete my makeup, the products that I'm very comfortable with, that I know works, especially when I try a new foundation. I don't want to go and try something I haven't used in a while. So for concealer, I use my Born This Way Maple. I set my under eyes with Fenty powder and honey as usual. And for all over the face, I set my face with Fenty in Hazelnut. I didn't use the Beauty Blender. I used a big powder brush and I went around my face. I also went in with a little bit of my Marc Jacobs Accomplice powder as usual, which has like a glow to it for the rest of my face. It's now 10:25 a.m. I put it on at 10 a.m. so 25 minutes later. It's so beautiful. Like I'm being dead serious right now. This is really, really beautiful. I'm so impressed. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go about the rest of my day and I'm going to come back with final thoughts on this foundation. Hey guys, so I'm back for a final check-in. Excuse my voice. It's like, I feel like I'm coming down with a cold. And it's like getting worse. My nose is like really stuffy. Okay, so it's now 6:31. I put this foundation on at 10 a.m. this morning, so it's 8.5 hours. And this is what the foundation looks like. This foundation is, here we go again. It's so beautiful. It didn't wear like a matte foundation. It's like a beautiful satin matte. I mean, Smashbox did it. They really did it with this foundation. Like even if you haven't watched my foundation-a-thon and all the foundations that I've done, this is the first time you've come to my channel and you see me doing a review and you're looking for a good foundation, consider this foundation. It's really pretty. Now, my natural oils are peeking through and I look not oily, but I have a healthy glow like right here above my eyebrow here. And my nose is a little shiny. I do have highlighter on my nose like I usually do. My laugh lines are intact. And again, if you're new to my channel, I have very deep laugh lines and those are always my biggest concern because foundation tends to separate around my laugh lines. It did not settle around my laugh lines. My chin is intact because I do get a little shine here as well. It wore so beautiful for this 8.5 hours. It's a little humid and it's just flawless. It pretty much looked, I think, like when I put it on this morning. When I do a foundation review, I don't touch up or anything. I like to come back. I like for everything to be as authentic as possible. I want you to see how the foundation truly wore, and this wore so beautifully. That color 4.25 is spot on with it. I mean, I have a ridiculous amount of foundations and it takes a lot to impress me at this point because I've been reviewing so many beautiful foundations and this is definitely right up there. It is so beautiful, guys. It's totally flawless. And the comments that I was getting that if I try it, I'll be so surprised. I am. It's so pretty. Look at this foundation. And I think if you have dry skin, it's a matte foundation, I think you'll still enjoy it because it's not, like I said, that matte. And the feel on your skin, it's so lightweight. It feels like I have nothing on my skin. It's not heavy at all. And as you can clearly see, it's not cakey. I used one pump. It went a long way. I mean, one squeeze. It's so pretty. So if you have dry skin, you can definitely wear this. Use a hydrating primer, maybe illuminating primer. And I think you'll be really, really happy with this foundation. Like I am. So happy with this foundation, guys. I'm just here looking at my skin. It really is beautiful. 8.5 hours. Wow. I love the way it looks. Alright, guys. So my final thoughts. I love this foundation. I know you've been hearing that a lot. I love this foundation. I love this foundation. But I just have to be honest and true. And I mean, I know it's a lot. Like the foundation's just coming at you guys. And it's like, oh my God, here's another one. You don't have to buy it, but I would. It's really, really, really beautiful. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. And I'm going to see you again in my next video. Bye, guys.